Tonight's game is a presentation of KBMW Sports.
Border Battle Basketball is on the air. Tonight, it's a Twin Town doubleheader with the Wahpeton Huskies and Lady Huskies taking on the Breckenridge Cowboys and Cowgirls. Big John's Car Pro, Bremer Bank, Cargill, Jahinka Zoo, Flex TM, H&R Block, Jack Litch and Associates, Jawoski Glass and Repair, Mindak Farmers Cooperative, OK Tire, Optimum Rehab, Red River Communications, Red River Grain, Red River Human Services, Schmitty's Plumbing and Heating, Scott's Electric, Todd's Welding, Valley Beat Service and Manufacturing, Wahpeton Auto Value, Action Realty, Breckenridge Public Schools, Builders First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Heitkamp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Ottertail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Twin Town Villa, Vision Ford, and the Wilkin Drink and Eatery. Now here's KBMW's Turner Blofus.
And welcome everybody to the Border Battle edition of the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. And speaking of tradition, this has always been a tradition of fantastic Twin Town battles. I know Wahpeton's kind of had the edge on the boys and the girls side the last few years, but Breckenridge Cowgirls going to look to change that right now. Boys play after this game if you didn't know, and everything's actually running not crazy far behind. So this is this is usually what we expect. Everything usually gets moved back a little bit, but as of now, this game that was supposed to start at 5 is looking to start at about 5:20ish, 5:30ish. So I don't think that's too bad, but that just comes with the territory. This is always a fantastic game, and also it's always for a good cause as well. As Gruber Sports Store did a good job on the shirts again this year, and I've been telling everybody these are my favorite shirts that they've done. So we gotta give them kudos as well as we continue to raise money for. Like I said, we'll loop back to that later when we do the big honoring and whatnot and the donation. So we'll talk more about that. Let's talk about the basketball right now, because we got a 6-7 Wahpeton squad in their first year in the 3-class system, taking on the 11-4 Breckenridge Cowgirls, who are on a have been 1-4 out of their last 5, so they've been kind of rolling lately. But the Wahpeton girls have been playing fantastic basketball as well. 1-4 out of their last 5. After going on a 4-game losing streak early in the year. Let's just catch you up on how the season's gone so far. Wahpeton, in their first ever game in the 3-class system, fell to South Prairie Max on the road, and then bested Stanley the next day. And then the 4-game losing streak with losses to Kindred, Millbank, Valley City, and 4 wins Minnewacan. And keep in mind that Valley City lost. They lost by 14 in that one. You're going to want to keep that in the back of your mind for the second time they play. Wahpeton bounced back with a 58-50 victory over Lisbon. Fell to Shanley in it's obviously a non-region game in that one as a former EDC foe. And then the 3 straight wins coming against Central Cass. They beat them by 20. Northern Cass, that was a big upset victory, maybe the biggest win of the year up until recently. We'll once again touch on that. They bested Oak Grove by 15. Fell to Kindred by only a point, so they could be on a 5-game winning streak right now, but instead they're going to have to settle for winning 4 out of their last 5 because they bested Valley City 2 nights ago, 47-44, and it was a heck of a comeback win. We got to hear about it from head coach Brian Watson on the Coaches Show this morning. They trailed by as many as 11 in the third quarter, so this is a resilient group that has battled through injuries, and I know we're not even that far into the season. We're a good ways in, so injuries are going to happen, but this team has been snake bit with injuries, so we got to keep that in mind, all the adversity they've faced. And Breckenridge, a little bit of adversity of their own with one of their top players going down with an injury, but once again, we'll touch on that in the injury report. They're 11-4 on the year. Opened up the year with 4 straight wins over Morris, Frazee, Park Rapids, and Barnesville. Fell to a very nice Pelican Rapids team. Then they won 3 in a row, DGF, Lake Park Audubon, and Wheaton Herman Norcross. They bested them. Back-to-back losses, a very tight loss to East Grand Forks. Then they fell to Perm by 15, one of the powerhouses in the HOL this year, and have won 4 out of their last 5. Both of these teams have won 4 out of their last 5. They beat Benson 98-57. That might be a school record. We haven't confirmed it because we don't really have the school records to confirm it, but they hit 17 threes. I'm pretty sure that's a school record. And then they beat Hawley 84-73 in a big win at home. Fell to Fergus Falls 62-48, and then bounced back with 2 wins against West Central Area and Frazee, so that's how they got to this 11-4 mark, kind of the tail of the season at this point. We'll take a quick break on this Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. Once again, a tradition of Good Taste and Company. We'll come back with your injury report, which is brought to you by CHI Health at Home.
A good coach knows how to set goals, analyze risk, and win. American Federal takes a similar approach with your money. We bring together the bankers who make banking easy for you. Whether you're financing a business, needing insurance, planning for retirement, or buying a home, American Federal advisors can take care of it all for you. Together with American Federal, always a winning team. Member FDIC.
There's been some big changes at Doman Chiropractic. Not only do they have a new location, but they also have a new name. Introducing Bakken Chiropractic. Bakken Chiropractic is located at 511 10.5 Street North in Wahpeton. Doctors Jess Bakken and Rob Doman are still here to help you with any of your back, neck, or shoulder pain and headaches as well. Schedule an appointment at Bakken Chiropractic by calling 701-672-8100. That's Bakken Chiropractic at 701-672-8100.
Are you tired of impersonal service and surprise fees from your bank? Time to change that, and fast. Just open your new checking account at Bell Bank, in person or online. It's America's best checking, and we'll work with you to make your switch as smooth as possible. Get started at bell.bank/easy. Already a happy Bell customer? Tell a friend. Once they switch, you'll both get $50. Bell Bank, member FDIC. Bonus will be deposited within 5 business days after qualifications are met. $50 minimum deposit to open.
Belmore & Sons in Wahpeton provides their customers with sewer and water line installation, mounds and drain fields, trenching and excavating, septic repair, and septic plumbing. Belmore & Sons are licensed, bonded, and certified. Give them a call at 642-8689 or 640-7662. Belmore & Sons, serving the area in sewer and water line installation, mounds and drain fields, trenching and excavating, septic repair, and septic pumping. Give them a call at 642-8689.
Big John's Car Pro, your undercar specialist at 209 4th Street South in Wahpeton, offers free estimates on the repair or replacement of exhaust systems for cars, RVs, and trucks. Big John's also offers complete radiator repair, tires and alignments, specializing in catalytic converters, shocks and struts, and complete brake service from professionals with years of experience. Call 642-5194 to set up your appointment. Big John's Car Pro in Wahpeton.
Take charge of your financial future with a proactive approach from Bremer Bank in Breckenridge. Did you know that Bremer offers more than just traditional banking services? We also offer investment, wealth management, and insurance services for all of your financial needs. Bremer can help you plan for your future and protect what matters most. The professionals at Bremer are ready to help you think ahead. Stop by Bremer today to learn more about our comprehensive financial solutions, or call 218-643-8721.
Cargill Wahpeton wants to wish all players good luck in today's border battle. Cargill is working round the clock to continue feeding the world safely, responsibly, and sustainably. For more information on Cargill or Cargill Careers, go to cargill_careers.com.
And welcome back to this Border Battle edition of the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. About 10 minutes away from the opening tip here. Tentatively, we'll see. We'll see once again. I know they kind of do some festivities in the pregame, so or sometimes between the games. So we'll see how the timeline works for all of this. And not crazy behind schedule. All the coaches and I were talking on the coaches show about how this always ends up being like an hour and a half later than we expect. But that is just how it goes. But anyways. Let's run through the standings for you as part of the Power Poll ranking brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company on For Conservation. Usually what we do is we take a look at the division standings. So we'll start off with Wahpeton at the top of Region 1. Valley City, who Wahpeton just beat 2 nights ago, as we talked about earlier. Kindred also 11-4, but they're 6-2 in region play, whereas Valley City is 7-1 in region play, with that one loss being to Wahpeton once again. Northern Cass 4-2 on the year, 10-4 on the year. 4-2 in region play. Wahpeton is 5-3 in region play, but 6-7 overall. So taking care of those region games, that's for sure. 1-4 in non-region competition. But if you're going to lose, you'd rather have the winning record in region play. That is for sure. Central Cass is 3-4 in region 1 play, 7-7 on the year. 1-6 Fargo Oak Grove, and then the 1-6 in conference play, and then 4-11 overall. And then Lisbon is 3-11 on the year, 0-8 in Region 1 play. Still looking for that first region victory. And now Breckenridge, for those who don't know, they're in Section 6A, which is split into a north and a south. So we'll run through, we'll just do the Section 6A south. Hancock is at the top with a 14-1 record. They're actually 5th in the state by QRF. Breckenridge is 13th in the state by QRF and 2nd in Section 6A South. And they're undefeated in section games. They've only played 4 of them as opposed to Hancock. They're 10-0 in section play. West Central area is next up with 11-5 mark. Breckenridge beat them earlier this week. Brandon Evansville, 10-4 on the year. And then also we have, move on to Wheaton Herman Norcross, 6-8. 5-8 Clinton Graceville Beardsley. Parker's Prairie with a record of 2-12. 4-7 Benson. Ashby is 0-15, and then Ortonville is 0-17 on the year for Section 6A South. Once again, Breckenridge is 2nd in Section 6A South and 13th in the state by QRF. Let's look at your Power Poll ranking brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company on for conservation. Now we'll move on to the injury report, and for both teams, they have some very season-altering injuries. I mean, obviously, Latea Luneberg, a multi-year starter for this squad, been starting since she was in 8th grade, alongside Scout Woods, is out with a season-ending injury before the season even started. So a tough break for her, but at least she's a junior. That's what we say. At least she's a junior and can come back for her senior season. Olivia Hansen is another one. She actually suffered her injury during the season, so hopefully they'll be able to get her back by the beginning of next year, but it might be, a few weeks into the season. They're just going to have to wait and see how that heals up. So Olivia Hansen and Latea Luneberg both out in this game. So that's a look at the Wahpeton injuries. And then for Breckenridge, the Jonica Bernada's injury that is, affected this entire season. She went down with an injury, tore her ACL in the second game of the season. And, but Breckenridge has, tried to, a lot of girls have stepped up and taken on those roles to, kind of fill that void. And same with Wahpeton as well. But it's obviously a lot tougher to replace 2 players than 1. So let's look at your injury report brought to you by CHI Health at Home. And now we'll move on to your keys to the game, which are brought to you by Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Small town friendly, big town deals at Smith Motors in Wahpeton after all. And we'll focus on, I would say, if there's a key to the victory for Wahpeton, I would say physicality. Play some bully ball down low, especially since you got Scout Woods, down low, and, Sienna Fobb, Claire Woods coming off the bench too. There's a lot of girls that can really get physical down low. So I think if they're going to be, controlling the glass and also, getting to the foul line, and just overall just kind of throwing Breckenridge out of their groove by just out-physicaling them, that would be what I think would be the key to the game for Wahpeton. And then for Breckenridge, it would be take away Scout Woods. That is obviously the top priority. There's been games this year where Scout has scored half of the team's points. So if you can limit her to, 12 or something on the night, if you can keep her under 12, that would be a huge victory for the Cowgirls, I'm sure they would be thinking. So if they can take her away, try to make all the other players beat them, that would be, probably in their mind of a good strategy there. But that's a tall order. One of the top players in the state, Scout Woods, and we've seen her really go to work in a couple of these border battles, so she's pretty well seasoned in these. But some girls for Breck are as well. We'll tell you about some of them when we come back with your starting lineup, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. You're listening to the Border Battle edition of the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, 5 minutes away from the opening tip.
At Chihinkapa Zoo, daily tasks are done with love and tenderness. Zoo work is hard work. It is more than a job. Looking into the eyes of precious wildlife is a reward. Conservation is our mission. Zookeepers care deeply for the beautiful animals in their charge. Chihinkapa Zoo staff and volunteers understand the stories behind these exceptional faces. Compassion, emotion, and empathy. Chihinkapa Zoo animals receive excellent care because of human devotion, dedication, and you.
Giving Hearts Day, February 8th.
FlexTM Inc. is a worldwide supplier for metal staplings, fabrications, weldments, machining, and tooling in Wahpeton. For nearly 50 years, FlexTM has supplied medium and large companies with high-quality component parts and assemblies. Their focus on quality and on-time delivery has provided their customers with the confidence they need and have come to expect. FlexTM's capability to be flexible to their customers' needs and collaborative approach in solving problems allows them to respond quickly to the customer's changing needs. FlexTM is located in Wahpeton.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
This is a message from your locally owned H&R Block on Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton. They're open early and late for your convenience. So whether it's day or night, they're here to help.
Jack Litch Insurance is your #1 source for home, auto, life, health, farm, and business insurance. At Jack Litch Insurance, you'll find agents who listen and understand your needs. It's our promise to you to provide service you can count on. Visit us today at jacklitchins.com or call 701-642-6022. Prefer texting? You can text Jack Litch Insurance at 701-428-1711.
Have you ever been driving and see a small pebble hit your windshield, resulting in a crack or chip? Well, it happens to even the best drivers. Jaworski Glass and Repair on Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton is your local glass repair expert. They repair glass chips on all types of vehicles, as well as windshield replacements and custom glass cutting. Jaworski Glass and Repair guarantees quality work in a prompt manner. Give Jaworski Glass and Repair a call today, 642-4527.
And we are back on the Wilkin Drinking Eatery pregame show, a tradition of Good Taste and Company. Tournament office here, as promised, with your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. We'll start off with the Breckenridge Cowgirls. At number 0, they have Sydney Roberts. She is a 5'5 junior and a very good 3-and-D player for the squad. Parker Yagi, who is fresh off of just like a week away, or a week removed from setting the all-time scoring record for points in a game with 38, and that is she's a 5'7 sophomore. So a sophomore dropping 38 for a school record, not too shabby. She wears number 3 for this squad. Piper Janing, a freshman listed at 5'8, wearing number 10. She slid into that starting role when Bernades went down. Emily Gowan, she is a sophomore who's listed at 5'6 and wears number 21. Also coming off 2 games ago, had a career-high 27 points. And then Aaron Blofus, rocking number 24, junior post, listed at 6 foot. And like I said, 2 juniors and 2 sophomores and a freshman in the starting lineup. Not a single senior even on the roster, so a very young Cowgirl squad. And then for the Wahpeton Lady Huskies, got Hallie Miller, who's having a very fine junior campaign. 5'9" and wears number 2, and is kind of the second scoring threat. Amaya Max coming off setting a school record for steals in a game with 8. She is a senior, listed at 5'7", and wears number 3. Lee DeVries is a senior sharpshooter for this squad. She wears number 13, is listed at 5'7", is a senior. Only senior, her and Max are the only senior starters in this starting 5. Sienna Fobb is a freshman starter for this squad. Wears number 32, listed at 5'11". Scout Woods, listed at 5'10". She's a junior wearing number 40, and I'm sure you guys already knew that. Yeah, watch out for Scout. She's a very a fun talent, one of the better players to come through Wahpeton High School, and it's going to be a treat to watch the Cowgirls and Lady Huskies go to battle here. They're going to announce the starting lineups, and I assume they're going to follow it up with the national anthem, but if not, we'll try to time it out anyways. You've been listening to the Wilkin Drinking Eatery pregame show on B92.7 FM and also live streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live, so make sure to go check it out there if you want to watch it as well. You're listening to the Border Battle on AM 1450 KBMW.
Mindak Farmers Cooperative is proud to be serving the Red River Valley since 1974. The staff in Mindak Farmers Cooperative would like to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the agribusiness community. From the fields to the parts stores to the factory, everyone works together to sweeten the local economy, pumping millions into the strength of our schools, communities, and businesses. Thanks to all for helping support the local farmer and our communities. Pure sugar by nature. Mindak Farmers Cooperative in Wahpeton.
Attention farmers, increase your revenue and prevent compaction from squeezing your profits with PTG's Central Tire Inflation System, now offered at OK Tire and Service. With the Central Tire Inflation System, you are ensuring increased yields, improved fuel economy, extended tire life, and safeguard your soil for years to come. The benefits go on and on. And the best part is the system is all controlled from the tips of your fingers. Call the OK Tire team today or visit oktireinc.com to learn more.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what Quality Recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
Life moves fast. Is your internet keeping up? Switch to Red River Communications Fiber Fast Broadband Internet and make buffering and glitching a thing of the past. For over 70 years, Red River Communications has provided the Red River Valley industry-leading technology, all backed by a team of local experts. To upgrade your internet, visit redrivercom.com or give us a call at 701-553-8309. Red River Communications. Go faster with fiber.
And I stand corrected. Apparently we will not be getting a national anthem. Evidently they just did that at the beginning of all the games, so we're not getting a national anthem for this. The opening tip is won by Breckenridge. Aaron Blofus jumped it up. On the toss, Parker Yagi dishes out to Emily Gowan for an open triple in the left corner. Off the mark, rebounded by Yagi. Yagi tries to go up for it, and is fouled underneath. I assume that's going to be on the ground. Sienna Fobb picks up the first foul. Her first varsity border battle. You know, they get an early taste of this on C Squad and JV, but the last two games of the day, that's definitely a different animal. Emily Gowan on the left side of the floor. Swings it over to the right side with Sydney Roberts. And Breckenridge is the home team, so they're going by Breckenridge rules. We're playing halves, or Minnesota rules. Sydney Roberts puts up a three from the right corner, none of them net. Sydney Roberts. That's how she kind of got in the rotation the last couple of years with her three-point shooting, but has a bigger role this year. Actually, the oldest player on the team. We got an inside drive from Hallie Miller, and she draws the shooting foul, so love the aggressive take from her. Hallie Miller's someone who, just kind of circumstances of the roster kind of got thrown into a lot of post duties at the beginning of the year, but they kind of reworked the roster a little bit to try to get her more into a guard wing role once again. And that's definitely where she's more comfortable as she knocks down the first free throw to get her squad on the board. I love these yellow jerseys from the Huskies. Big fan. 2-for-2 trip. I mean, Wahpeton seemed like they were so purple dominant for the longest time, so it's nice that the yellows kind of starting to become the prominent one. And it is a turnover. Hallie Miller with a very nice steal. They force Emily Gowan into a tough pass with a trap, and ooh-wee! Hallie Miller! Beautiful layup. Gives her squad the 4-3 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, or if you're watching on the video stream, the Action Realty scoreboard. Parker Yagi making the extra pass to Emily Gowan at the top of the key. Just hits the front of the rim, rebounded by Miller. Miller off to a nice start. Tries to feed it up to Scout Woods, and it looks like I jinxed her as Emily Gowan swipes it away. Gowan has been running the point guard duties since Bernardez went down. Parker Yagi pulls the trigger on a three, rims out, and you can tell Breckenridge loves to shoot the rock from downtown. Compared to Wahpeton's style, they only shot 10 threes last game, and none of them went in. Coach Watson was telling me about the last game, but they still got the victory, so they know how to get the offense going. Usually running it through Scout. Lee DeVries gets it to Sienna Fobb in the elbow area. Yagi's there to guard. They go inside to Woods. And four Cowgirls collapse on her and leave someone open. Amaya Max is going to pull the trigger on a three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Parker Yagi. Yagi drops it down to Piper Janing. Janing has a look at a layup but misses it. And Sydney Roberts is going to get called for the foul, trying to crash the glass offensively. First foul on Sydney Roberts. Second on the team. Sorry, I went a little crazy there with the camera if you're watching on the video stream. Overshot that a little bit. Max gets it over to DeVries. DeVries to Woods. Woods looking to go to work on Blofeld, drives inside and stripped away from Parker Yagi from behind, but Woods gets it back and bully ball for a layup. Scout Woods. It looked like she was going to be in trouble there when she got stripped, but got the ball back and did not miss a beat. Emily Gowan, she's got a pair of Huskies collapsing on her. Now Sydney Roberts has it in the corner. Same situation. A trap comes. She tries dishing it off, but apparently it was off the Huskies. And Coach Watson saying he's sure she didn't dribble that off the out-of-bounds line. Wahpeton has scored the last 6. After Breckenridge nailed the 3 to open this up. Emily Gowan not going to take the 3, going to get called for a travel. Just being a little too quick with those feet. Trying to drive baseline. Allie Miller with the ball. She gets it to Max. To DeVries. Breckenridge still pressing. Up to Miller. Allie Miller drives the elbow area. Drops it off to Sienna Fobb for a layup. Sienna Fobb looking comfortable in her first WAPREC game for varsity, I should say. 8-0 run from the Huskies. Emily Gowan trying to carve through the defense. Right-handed layup is good. Had one of her more forgettable offensive performances in the last game after having that 27-point explosion on Tuesday. So she's trying to get back to her Tuesday form. That layup could be a good start. And then Amaya Max, keep an eye on her, especially defensively. She can really spark her team by forcing some turnovers, causing some chaos. Scott Woods, inside-out kick for an open shot, off the mark. Woods gets the long rebound after it got tipped. Breckenridge doing their best to contest and not foul. Parker Yagi comes up with the board. Emily Gowan with the ball near the Wildcat logo. You guys also have to factor in that this is on a college court, so that might end up becoming a factor. Parker Yagi's now going to travel. Same thing as Gowan's, just be a little too quick with those feet. So they know how they're calling it, so they got to factor that in. And now the 6th woman comes in. It's Ava Janing. Only 6 of these girls are full-time, play both halves. And it's the 5 starters and then Ava Janing, the 7th grader. Piper Janing's younger sister. These two have been a very welcome addition to the varsity lineup this year. And now Ava Janing's going to get quite the test having to guard Scott Woods on the perimeter. We'll see if they're going to try to get a post-up opportunity there since they're matched up with her. Amaya Max with Yagi guarding. Swings it over to Hallie Miller on the left side of the floor. Miller looking to get to the cup and is fouled on the ground. Got to see if this is on. Oh, Emily Gowan's 2nd foul. That's big. As Sydney Roberts checks in. We'll see if they're going to let her play with 2 later on in this half. 13-25, that could be huge. Amaya Max trying to hit a huge 3 off the mark. And Sienna Fobb using that size advantage to get the board and then tries throwing it off Sydney Roberts, but Roberts is able to use those quick hands to swipe it. Roberts gets it to Aaron Blofeld. Piper Janing gets a screen from Blofeld. Needs to watch those feet so she doesn't travel. Parker Yagi from the right corner. Same spot Sydney Roberts hit from. We got an 8-8 ball game. 13 minutes left in this opening half. I'm very happy about that. I want as much of this game as I can get. Fingers crossed for overtime. Scott Woods looking to go to work again. Parker Yagi gets the rebound. Aaron Blofeld was contesting, doing a good job not fouling. That's been a big priority for them. Not get anyone else in foul trouble, I'm sure, as Ava Janing drives in and gets a shooting foul. As fearless of a 7th grader as you'll see, she just goes to the rack with reckless abandon. I love it. As Sienna Fobb picks up her 2nd foul. That could be big too. Claire Woods going to check in to spell her. As Ava Janing's first free throw is off the mark. Also checking in for her first action of the game, we got number 10, Cambry Malk. Cambry Malk, she is a 5'7" freshman for this squad. A 1-for-2 trip as Ava Janing knocked down the 2nd free throw. Amaya Max bringing up the ball. Across the timeline. Sydney Roberts waiting for her there. A pesky defender. DeVries right in front of the Breckenridge bench, and we got another travel. Bit of a travel fest here. And checking in for her first action tonight, Ellie Brewer. And the way the substitution system works for Breckenridge is they use one of their 6-foot freshman posts in the first half, and then they use the other one in the second half. Mariah Coltis will take care of the second half duties because they both play 2 halves of JV. Parker Yagi gets it to Ava Janing in the paint, dishes it off to Ellie Brewer, puts up a little midi jumper off the mark, but Janing pulls it down. She makes a very nice across the lane pass to her sister Piper, who misses the shot. Amaya Max with the board, looking to push the tempo. Max looking to shake Roberts. Gets it over to Malk. Now to the top of the key to Claire Woods, who, like I said, checked in for Sienna Fobb. Malk trying to get by Piper Janing. Claire Woods over to DeVries. Oh, and she ends up traveling. By my count, 4 travels. 2 on each squad. And Hallie Miller checks back into the ball game. She'll give Leah DeVries a break. 9-8 Breckenridge lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, or if you're watching on the video stream, the Action Realty scoreboard. Tipped out of bounds. Amaya Max applying the pressure. Her and Sydney Roberts, both 2 fantastic defenders, giving each other headaches. Parker Yagi tries to drop it off and ends up getting tipped away and stolen. Malk comes running out with it, and we're going to get a foul on Ava Janing. You got to give her some room to get up the sideline, or else they're calling that every time because they're going to think you're pushing her out of bounds. First foul on Ava Janing. The team has 4. Including Emily Gowan with 2, and then Wahpeton only has 2 so far. Sienna Fobb has both of them, though. So the 8th grade post will have to take a seat. Or freshman post, my apologies, as the Wahpeton shot is off the mark. Ellie Brewer with the board. Sydney Roberts dribbles by Malk. Swung over to the right corner. Parker Yagi's got another look that she likes off the mark, but Sydney Roberts hauls down the long rebound. Now she's going to put up a 3. Off the mark. Got a little bit of the rim on that one. 9-8 Breckenridge lead. Amaya Max trying to give her squad the lead. Dishes it off to Malk. Very good unselfish play, but the shot was off the mark. Piper Janing with the board. Janing looking to get to the rack and puts up a nice little floater on the left side with the right hand. And now there is a foul right after. One of the Cowgirls did. Piper Janing. Each of the Janing girls have a foul. 10:21 remaining in this opening half, and what has been a fantastic start to this border battle. And my apologies if I accidentally say I'm on B92.7, because I'm almost always on B92.7 when I do these games, so it's just kind of muscle memory at this point. Scott Woods looking to drive to the cup, and oh boy, and Sente, defender flying but followed the rebound and dropped it in, but we do have an injury. That was Ellie Brewer, the freshman who got the wind knocked out of her a little bit. So Aaron Bloffus will check back in for her. Piper Janing also getting a breather as we get to see Anna Spear check in for her first action. And Anna was their second half go-to last game. So looks like they're switching it up for her as Parker Yagi gets it stripped. I don't know if that's something because of the foul trouble with Emily Gowan. Maybe they want to bring in some shooting or something like that. I'm not sure, because that's usually what Anna Spear's in there to do. But Parker Yagi's got a pair of free throws coming. First foul on Amaya Max. Yagi has got 3 points so far. Hit a corner 3. Knocks down the first free throw. Breckenridge 2 of 3 to start at the stripe as Ava Janing had a 1-for-1 trip, or a 1-for-2 trip. Yagi's free throw is up off the back iron. So another 1-for-2 trip. And now Hallie Miller with the ball. Miller with Sydney Roberts guarding. She gets a ball screen from Claire Woods. Drops it off to Malk on the left side of the floor. KB Malk dribbles over to the right side. Dishes it off to Leah DeVries in the right slot. She goes inside to Woods, and Sydney Roberts' help comes, and she's going to pick up a foul on the backside. Yeah, you're going to lose that one 9 times out of 10 trying to block Scott Woods. And now we're not even halfway through the first half. And Sydney Roberts and Emily Gowan both have 2 fouls. Scott Woods knocks in the first free throw. She's up to 3 points. Going to try to make it 4 here. More importantly, just gave her squad the lead. 11-10 Wahpeton lead. Now 12-10. Parker Yagi bringing it up. Fires it up to Piper Janning. Nobody there, so she's going to put up a 3. Way off the mark. Ava Janning tried following it. And they're going to say it's off Wahpeton. Amaya Max gives Claire Woods a breather. And now we got another sub coming in. Got to check the number. So we see the warm-up come off. And we are going to see number 22, Claire Langenwalter. The other 22. Corner 3 from Ava Janning. Off the mark. Erin Bloffus with the board. Kicks out to Parker Yagi. Fires back to Ava Janning. Piper Janning dumps it off to Erin Bloffus, who rattles in a short jumper. Bloffus hit a 3 last game, so can't count her out to put up a shot every now and then. Ties it up, both teams at a dozen. And look how the Breckenridge defense collapses when you see Scott Woods get the ball in the paint. See so many white jerseys just fly. That's what you got to do, though. Wahpeton turns it over. Piper Janning does not have numbers, but is going to take it to the rack anyways. Off the mark. Good contest from Wahpeton. Now gets tied up for a jump ball. Maya Max and Piper Janning both get wrapped up with it. Possession arrow goes to Wahpeton, so a good defensive play there by Max. Maya Max inbounding to Hallie Miller. Now back to Max. Saying, I think you can take care of this. Max. Up to Langenwalter. Langenwalter gets a ball screen. Gets it to DeVries. Leah DeVries. Gets it to Max. Max with a nice little baseline runner and drops it in for the layup. Thought she was going to put up a runner, but we'll take the layup as Wahpeton regains the lead. Parker Yagi going to try to tie it back up, and she does with a floater. Parker Yagi now has 5 points. 14 all. 7:54 remaining in this opening half of the border battle. Lee DeVries gets a ball screen from Scott Woods. Over to Langenwalter. Langenwalter drives off the screen, dumps it off. They kick it out to the left corner. DeVries maybe had a nice look at a 3 if she wanted it. She gets it to Miller instead. They got 6 seconds to operate. Minnesota does have a shot clock now for the North Dakota listeners who didn't know. Miller misses the 3, rebounded by Anna Spear. Spear gets to David Janning. And Anna Spear, one of those girls who we're only going to see in the first half. Erin Bloffus puts up a 3 off the back iron, rebounded by Piper Janning. Rips it away from her sister Ava. And we got another travel. Third Cowgirl to get called for a travel in this game. And now both of the girls for Breckenridge who have 2 fouls are going to come back in. So Coach Bogenreef's going to trust his two players as Sydney Roberts and Emily Gowan check in. Amaya Max. We'll see if they're going to try to attack those players with the 2 fouls. Try to get them even into a worse bind. And a little scoop layup on the right side is off the mark. And out of bounds off of Wahpeton. Claire Woods, I believe, was the last one to touch that one. Scott Woods getting a breather right now. I'm told that her breaks are usually not very long. Emily Gowan crosses the timeline. And gets to David Janning. Parker Yagi gets it over to Emily Gowan. Gowan to Roberts. Roberts feeds the high post area to Erin Bloffus. She kicks it out to the left slot area, and then Emily Gowan misses the layup with the left hand. I think she kind of lost control of the ball on that one, just whipped it off the backboard. 6:25 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, or the Action Realty scoreboard on our video stream. Langenwalter kicks it out to DeVries right in front of the Breckenridge bench. Lee DeVries over to Amaya Max. Amaya Max gets a ball screen from Claire Woods. Skips it out to Claire Langenwalter. Langenwalter gets it to DeVries. Now they feed it to the elbow area. Step back jumper from Claire Woods off the back iron. And rebounded by Sydney Roberts after it was batted by one of the Husky players. Sydney Roberts to Aaron Blofus, the pair of juniors in the starting five. Blofus over to the right corner to Yegi. Yegi delivers the pass to Roberts. Blofus dribbles over to near the top of the key, skips it over to Emily Gowan. Ava Janing thought about the triple in the corner. She's more of a slasher, though, if it's up to her. Emily Gowan's going to put up a three off the rim, and Hallie Miller tracks down the board and is pushing the tempo right away. And a nice little way to navigate the defense, but the layup was off the mark. You can tell she likes that scoop shot. And you could tell she was kind of factoring in both of the defenders and got through them pretty well. Got a decent look at the rim, but not as good as she wanted. A couple new Cowgirls in the game, and we'll tell you who they are after Claire Woods drops in a layup. Claire Woods gets in the scoring column. And recently checked in the game, Ellie Brewer, who got banged up the last time she was in. And also Piper Janing has checked back into the game, giving her sister a breather. Piper Janing tipped out of bounds. Amaya Max, have we told you, she is an absolute demon in the passing lane. She's just all over the place. You just blink and all of a sudden she has the ball from you. Piper Janing gets it over to Emily Gowan. Gowan drives inside, draws a couple defenders, gets it to Yagi. Very tough shot inside. And, oh boy, that's going to be out of bounds. I assume it's off of Breckenridge. It looked like it touched out of bounds one time. I don't know who touched it last, but I swear I saw the ball bounce on the out of bounds line. But referee obviously has a better angle than I do, so what do I know? Wahpeton leads 16-14 with 4:35 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Scott Woods, who just checked back in the game a little bit ago, looking for an open teammate. And head coach Brian Watson is going to take a timeout. Husky is currently leading 16-14 with 4:28 remaining on this High Camp Construction timeout. At this point, Scott Woods leading scorer along with Hallie Miller with 4 apiece. Parker Yagi leading the way for Breckenridge with 6. I think I accidentally said 5 earlier. And it looks like it is a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here for the 30-second timeout. Once again, brought to you by High Camp Construction. Once you build with High Camp Construction, you won't build with anyone else. And it has been a fantastic start here. The Lady Huskies and the Cowgirls have had some very competitive games here the last few years. So this is one that a lot of people were really excited about. And the boys' game ended up being a lot closer than a lot of people thought it was going to be last year. I think it ended up being an 8-point win for Wahpeton last year. And due to the heroic efforts of Braden Steffens, we'll tell you more about that when we get into the boys' game. But right now, let's focus on the girls as Scout Woods had the pass entered to her, and maybe got a little contact, and then it was out of bounds and off of her technically, but Breckenridge might have got away with one there. Emily Gowan bringing up the ball. Skip pass over to Sydney Roberts in the left corner. She's going to put up a triple off the mark. Ellie Brewer, Johnny on the spot for the board, has the shot go off the rim, and Claire Langenwalter with the board. Amaya Max, Sydney Roberts going to pick up right away. She's got to remember she's got 2 fouls. She's got to think about that as you saw her swipe right away when Max started dribbling at her. Claire Woods just got her first bucket. Gets it to Scout. I'm told that we don't see the Woods sisters play together too often. Usually they kind of reserve Claire to spell Scout every now and then. So kind of a rare sight right now. And we got a corner triple from Leah DeVries. Did I tell you she was a sharpshooter in the pregame show? Pretty sure I did. Makes it a 5-point Wahpeton lead, 14-19 with 3:22 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Piper Janing gets it to Emily Gowan. She gets it to Yagi in the high post. Ooh, Euro step. Nice looking Euro, but the shot not as nice. Wahpeton with the board. And stolen away, Yagi looking to get out and run after swiping the steal. Goes back to that Euro with the left hand and drops it in. Parker might have picked that one up from her brother Coop. He had a very fun layup package. Cuts lead to 3, 19-16. Scout Woods draws the body foul. We're going to see if they're going to count the bucket as well. And Parker Yagi with the foul. That is the 17th foul, so 1-1. They were saying that was on the ground, but still free throw or free throws coming out of it. Woods. 2 for 2 at the stripe so far. See if she can keep that going. First free throw is good. Or the first of the 1-1, I should say. Earning her a second one. Scout Woods helped the team to the state tournament a couple seasons ago. 4 for 4 at the stripe to start off this game. And she's got 6 points. 21-16, Wahpeton leads. 2:40 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Piper Janing lines up a 3 from the left slot and drills it. Piper Janing, now all 5 starters are in the scoring column for the Cowgirls. But the only one with multiple buckets is Yagi right now. She's got 8. Hallie Miller swings it over to Cambridge Malk. Malk to DeVries. Hallie Miller has it in the left slot. Gets it to the top of the key to Woods. She swings it around. Wahpeton. Very quick ball movement. Claire Woods gets it to Malk. Malk dishes it off to Hallie Miller. Sydney Roberts guarding. Claire Woods puts up a deep 2 and knocks it down. Love the confidence we're seeing from Claire Woods, only an 8th grader. 23-19 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Emily Gowan tries to fire a dangerous pass into traffic, and it is stolen away. Hallie Miller. Beautiful pick and roll action with Scout Woods, and 1! Oh, actually, they're saying a foul on Wahpeton. Okay. I'm confused. I think there was just some mix-up with the hand signals. So do they count it? All right. Piper Janing with her second foul, so a lot of Cowgirls getting fouls. I know her, Sydney Roberts, and Emily Gowan each have 2. I know Yagi's got at least 1. I think they're going to say that one was on the ground. Oh, wait, no, they're going to count the bucket. So my apologies for the confusion, folks. So the N1 is good. Scott Woods' second bucket of the game, and she's also 5 for 5 at the stripe, so she's already sitting on 9 points. And we got a 3 from Anna Spear, and banked in. I don't know if she called bank. Hey, Coach Brian Watson, you saw him just throw the hands out like, what are we going to do against that? 26-22 with $1:10 remaining here in the opening half, and what has been a fantastic start to the border battle. Hallie Miller misses the short-range jumper. Aaron Blofis with the board, gets it to Emily Gowan. Fires another kind of dangerous pass into traffic. Scott Woods kicks out to Anna Spear, has her 3 blocked. That's the downside of when you got the shooter's conscience. And Hallie Miller looking to capitalize in transition. A lot of contact on that, no call. Ava Janing with the board. 45 seconds left in this half. Ava Janing has an open lane, but misses the layup. Had Scout Woods waiting for there. I would not be surprised if that affected the shot at all. It's Hallie Miller with a nice kick out to DeVries. DeVries to Max. Woods now has it in 3-point range. She's got a 3-point shot in the arsenal, but they don't use it too often. And 3 seconds differential for the shot and game clock. 8 seconds on the shot clock, 11 on the game. And they're just going to run this down. They got 4, 3, 2. Oh, boy. Head coach Brian Watson's let him know we got to set something up here. I'm not sure what the thought process there was, but 2.2 seconds remaining. Parker Yagi is going to have to put one up. Puts up the half-court shot and misses it. So 26-22 is our score heading into halftime. Wahpeton in the lead here on the first game of this Border Battle doubleheader. We'll take a quick break, come back with your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. You're listening to the Border Battle on AM 1450 KBMW.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Talk to Jeremy or Brad for your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain in East Breckenridge. Give them a call at 643-3738 or visit them online at redrivergrain.com.
Red River Human Services wants to wish all the players good luck in today's border battle. Red River Human Services Foundation has multiple DSP openings and shifts available. $18 per hour, and you can apply online at rrhsf.org. Again, multiple DSP openings and shifts available, and you can apply at rrhsf.org. If you are interested in joining the Red River Human Services team, apply online, rrhsf.org. Good luck to the Wahpeton Husky boys and girls and Breckenridge boys and girls in tonight's game.
As much as we all like to win, it's important to keep in mind that good sportsmanship is one of the most important aspects of any sport. The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of the players, coaches, and spectators are remembered. The next time you attend a game, think of how history will remember you. Good sports show you how to play the game. This message brought to you by Schmitty's Plumbing, Heating, and Sheet Metal Incorporated, your heating, ventilating, and air conditioning service in Wahpeton. Call them at 642-6574.
Scott's Electric has built their entire reputation on quality workmanship. Their dedication is to you. At Scott's Electric, it's all about customer satisfaction. They cover all the bases. New construction from commercial to industrial, agricultural, residential, and communications. Scott's Electric wrote the book on electric service and repair. They can handle utility placement and street lighting too. Find them at www.scottselectric.net or call 701-642-9244. Scott's Electric, quality workmanship with dedication to customer satisfaction. Todd's Welding is your local truck and trailer parts store in Breckenridge. Todd's Welding can tackle any problems you might have with your trucks or trailers. Don't forget Todd's large inventory of most common parts and filters. Contact the crew at Todd's Welding at 643-4535. Todd's Welding would like to wish the Cowboys and Cowgirls good luck in tonight's game. Todd's Welding, located at 521 R. Doman Drive in Breckenridge, is your one-stop shop for truck and trailer repairs.
Sugar beet producers can rest easy and enjoy the game, knowing Valley Beet Service and Manufacturing is ready to serve growers for the 2024 season. A large supply of parts in stock means the experienced technicians are ready to tackle all your harvesting needs. Valley Beet Service and Manufacturing offers on-site farm service on all makes and models of beet equipment. Valley Beet Service of Dwight would like to wish the teams good luck in the border battle tonight.
Wahpeton Auto Value, growth and leadership in the automotive aftermarket, is built on providing quality service and quality parts. Whatever superior name brand or parts master part or accessory you may need, Wahpeton Auto Value has it. You'll find skilled personnel behind their counters to help you get the job done right. Wahpeton Auto Value is your #1 automotive, truck, and agricultural parts store. Business hours Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6, and Saturdays, 7:30 to noon.
And welcome to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turnable Office, letting you fantastic listeners know that it is a 26-22 ball game. Wahpeton Lady Huskies lead the Breckenridge Cowgirls at the half. Let's show you how we got to it. We'll run through the Breckenridge scoring first. Parker Yagi with 8 points, and then 6 other girls getting in the scoring column. Or is it 7 other girls? Yeah, 6 other girls getting in the scoring column. We got 3 apiece from Sydney Roberts, Piper Janing, and Anna Spear. They each hit a triple, and then 2 points each from Emily Gowan and Aaron Blofus, and then 1 point from Ava Janing off the bench. So 4 points coming off the bench. And also, Parker Yeagy's the only one with multiple field goals. And now for the Wahpeton rundown. 9 points from Scout Woods, 4 apiece from Hallie Miller and Claire Woods. And then, I just realized now I messed up. I swapped my Claires because Claire Woods is supposed to have 4 points, and Claire Langenwalter's got 2 points. So apologies to the Claires out there. All right, let's run through these again. 9 for Scout Woods, 4 for Claire Woods, 4 for Hallie Miller, 3 for Leah DeVries. She hit a triple in this game. Amaya Max, Sienna Fobb, and Claire Langenwalter each have 2 points. There we go. And also, I was trying to figure out what my scoring discrepancy was, that I was missing 2 points, and I forgot about that deep 2 that Claire Woods hit, showing off that jumper as well, coming into her first real border battle, and it's been a fun one so far. Once again, 26-22, and it's been kind of, the stars. Both teams' best player has been doing work, and then everybody else is just chipping in just a little bit, it looks like. As you can tell by the scoring report, I mean, Claire Woods has 2 field goals. Scout Woods actually only has 2 field goals at this point. So, and then everyone else has only hit 1 shot so far. But Hallie Miller hit a couple free throws along with a field goal. And then 5 for 5 at the stripe for Scout Woods. 2 for 2 for Hallie Miller. So they're 7 of 7 at the stripe so far. Breckenridge, comparatively, is 2 for 4. Because Parker Yagi and Ava Janning each went 1 for 1, and they're in the same boat. They got their best player doing work with Parker Yagi. She's got 8 points already. And then everybody else, nobody's got more than 3. So the sporting cast on both sides, I'm glad that there's a lot of girls getting in the scoring column, but I would like to see a little more from at least 1 or 2 of them. So that is a look at how we got to this 26-22 score here on the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show. Take a quick break, and then we'll come back and revisit some of the keys to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wahpeton. You're listening to the Border Battle on AM 1450 KBMW.
When you're trying to find your dream home, what's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700. And make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday around 9 a.m.
For the right price, everything will sell.
Well, right. I mean, that's it. There's nothing you can't sell if you have the right price on it.
Action Realty in Wahpeton.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
AM 1450, KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton, and FM 94.3 K232 FH Breckenridge, the voice of the valley.
Well, that was a quicker halftime than I anticipated. That'll do it for our Min Cut Ag Products halftime show. Once again, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. We'll talk about the keys to the game as we go on here, as Emily Gowan drops in a left-handed layup to get it going in the second half. Her second bucket of the game. Spent the bulk of the opening half in foul trouble on the bench. Hallie Miller with the ball on the right slot. She's got Gowan guarding. Pick and roll action on the side. Hallie Miller with the pull-up J. Drops it in. She's got half a dozen. Her second field goal of the night. Emily Gowan bringing the ball up. Her team trailing by 4 once again. We'll see if this is going to be more of an offensive second half after kind of a more defense-oriented first half. Sydney Roberts going to try to prove me right. Off the iron. Rebounded by Piper Janey. Kicks it out to Roberts. She thought about the three in the corner, but instead is going to drive. Gets to the cup. Goes right at Sienna Fobb and Hallie Miller. Looks like it got blocked out of bounds, so it'll remain Breckenridge ball. Sienna Fobb, another player playing with 2 fouls. Sydney Roberts, Emily Gowan, Piper Janey. A lot to keep track of. Parker Yagi has the ball in the right corner. Little give and go action. Back to Emily Gowan, who knocks down the corner 3. 5 quick points for her here in the second half. Cuts the lead to 1. 28-27, Wahpeton lead. Amaya Max trying to shake Sydney Roberts. Gets it to Scott Woods. She drives on Yagi. Corner 3 from Leah DeVries is off the mark. Nice rebound by Sienna Fobb, but off the mark on the follow. Emily Gowan with the ball. She'll bring it up. Just throws a dart to the corner to Parker Yagi, and Hallie Miller was so sure that was going to be a jumper that she jumped up to contest, and then Parker drove and ended up getting hooked. So Hallie Miller gets a foul. Her first of the game, so she's not worried, I assume. Sydney Roberts gets the ball and drops in a short jumper over the much taller Fobb. Sydney Roberts' second bucket of the game and gives her squad the lead, 29-28. Hallie Miller has it in the corner. Now they get it to Sienna Fobb. They're not going to go with that post-up that they were looking at, as Parker Yagi is matched up with Scott Woods. Actually pokes it out of bounds. Giving up a lot of height in this matchup. But for those who don't know, Parker Yagi is actually kind of a post first. You know, that's how she kind of came up playing the sport. That's actually when she cracked the varsity lineup. She was like playing power forward for them, which is crazy. And she was even shorter back then, but she holds her own. And speaking of holding her own, Scott Woods holding her own on the perimeter. Drills a 3. She's up to a dozen on the night. Piper Janey gets to Bloffice. Bloffice swings it to Sydney Roberts in the right corner. She's trying to answer with the 3 off the mark. Wahpeton regained a 2-point lead with that, and now Breckenridge turns it over. (31-29). Wahpeton in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Amaya Max delivers the pass over to the right slot area to Miller. Woods, dribble kick to the left corner to DeVries, off the mark, rebounded by Gowan. Gowan and Woods, one-on-one in transition. Gowan misses the layup, but Sydney Roberts follows it for 2. So 2 of the Cowgirls who were in foul trouble in the opening half are the ones sparking the offense here in the second half. Sydney Roberts and Emily Gowan, both with a couple buckets here. We got a tie ball game, 31-all, with 14:48 remaining in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. The first of our 2 border battles tonight. Sienna Fobb. To the Woods. Scott Woods. Going to look to drive on Bloffice. Draws the entire defense, essentially. Sienna Fobb now has it in the right corner. Picks up her dribble. Parker Yagi going to try to swipe it away. Yagi running hard in transition. And a contested layup, but she drops it in. Good job by Fobb not falling. 2 points for Yagi, and Breckenridge has regained the lead. We got a timeout. Taken by Wahpeton. Take a quick one with them. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You're listening to the Border Battle on AM 1450 KBMW.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love. with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentialhealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
It's a full timeout taken by Wahpeton. This timeout once again brought to you by Highcam Construction. Cowgirls leading 33-31 with a very quick 11 points here in the second half. So an 11-5 run to open up this second half. I keep wanting to say third quarter because Wahpeton's playing and we're in Wahpeton, so I keep thinking that we're going to be in quarters. I actually showed up at the end of the JV game, and I didn't realize it was the end because I thought they were going into halftime because I saw it was 2 on the thing. But that is not the case. Minnesota rules. Allie Miller gets it into DeVries. I'm sure they're happy with the extra 4 minutes of play for Wahpeton. Wonder if that's going to end up being a factor, the conditioning, that extra 4 minutes. Corner 3 is off the mark and over the back foul. I want to say this is going to be on DeVries, and it is. Because they, when they switched to this 3-class system, they switched to 4 8-minute quarters as opposed to 2 18-minute halves. So if you can do math, it's 32 minutes instead of 36. So I hope they do Minnesota rules every year just so we can get 4 minutes of extra basketball. But I'm pretty sure that's not how this is going to go. Aaron Blofis drops it over to Ava Janning after getting a tough entry pass in the post. And now out of bounds off of Blofis. Amaya Max with the pesky defense. That's her calling card. 13:43 remaining. Breckenridge up 33-31 here in the girls' border battle. Max with Sydney Roberts defending. Nice little crossover there. Is it over to DeVries? Woods, skip pass over to Sienna Fobb on the right side of the floor. Into the right corner to Amaya Max. Emily Gowan trying to lock up Hallie Miller. That is no easy task, but she misses the short-range shot. Ava Janning now gets the ball down the court. Kicks it out to Sydney Roberts. Saw that she didn't have any height advantage, that's for sure. Emily Gowan now has it. She's got a couple buckets here in the second half. Going to try to add to it with a soaring layup, but not a great look. Ends up missing that one, and Wahpeton's coming away with it. Hallie Miller going to look to tie this game back up. So her team trails by 2. She gets to do Amaya Max to kind of settle things down. Now over to Scout Woods in the left wing area in front of her squad's bench. DeVries over to Sienna Fobb on the right side of the floor. DeVries swings it around. It gets to Hallie Miller on the left side. Sienna Fobb now has it in the high post area. Pull-up jumper is good. Sienna Fobb with her second bucket of the game. Drops in the mid-range J. Emily Gowan, they throw a trap at her. She's able to get over to Parker Yagi. Yagi trying to cross and go past Woods. Picks up her dribble, and Amaya Max is going to get called for the foul. She was trying to tie it up for a jump ball, but Yagi was being too quick. Second foul on Max. Claire Langenwalter giving Leah DeVries a break. And Ava Janning also is checked into the game. Emily Gowan with a corner 3 from the left side, off the mark. They love that action off of the inbound, but didn't work this time. 33-all. Sienna Fobb's jumper tied up the game. Fobb to Max. Sydney Roberts guarding. Swung over to Fobb on the left side of the floor. She enters it to Scout Woods. Scout Woods with a tough contested shot off the mark. Rebounded by Sydney Roberts. Roberts stops at the top of the key. Thought about just pulling the trigger on it, but gets it to Blofis. Back to Roberts. Now she swings it over to Piper Janning in the corner. She's going to drive baseline. Nice drop off to her sister Ava on the left side, but she misses the layup. And she is sick after that one. She said, how did I miss that one? But she was doing the fundamental thing of using the left hand like you're supposed to on that side, but that's probably why she missed it. And with Minnesota rules, when the shot clock, if you get your offensive rebound, they put 20 seconds on the shot clock. They don't fully restart it. as Emily Gowan does not knock down that corner shot. Hallie Miller looking to get to the cup. Nice Euro step inside, but off the mark. Sienna Fobb follows it with a valiant rebound and draws the foul. Loftus. Only, I want to see how many fouls they got. Well, they put on the scoreboard that it was Ava Janing with or someone else got the foul. I don't know if that's Ava Janing. No, for some reason they only have 2 on there, but I'm assuming they meant 24. So that would be Blofus's first foul. And that is also the first free throw miss by Wahpeton. Sienna Fobb rattles in the second one, though. Got another substitution. Checking in for her first action tonight, Mariah Coltis. As we talked about, they do the Breckenridge has Ellie Brewer take care of the first half duties, and Mariah Coltis backs up Blofus in the second half. Emily Gowan. That trap comes fast, but she gets past it and throws it right to Sienna Fobb. Fobb delivers the pass up to DeVries. DeVries misses the layup. Emily Gowan coming away with it. Wahpeton up by 1. And Sienna Fobb with another steal. Emily Gowan is having troubles with Fobb. And you can see them trying to throw a lot of passes into kind of some congested areas. So that's something that head coach Tony Bogrenreef, I'm sure, is going to want to address. And we got a travel on Woods. As I mentioned, there's been a fair share of travels tonight. Oh, someone going to overrule, actually? I'm going to say there's actually a foul call on the floor. Parker Yagi picked up a foul. So her second. 34-33. Wahpeton leads. They get into Langenwalter. Her pass was tipped, but tracked down by Max. She gets it to DeVries. After that timeout about 3 minutes ago, the offense has kind of been slim pickings. As Parker Yagi comes up with another steal. I got her down for at least 3. She's going to take a transition 3. Piper Janing boards it. Thought about going to work. Instead gets it to Gowan. Emily Gowan drives inside. Your little Euro step to the left side. Off the mark, but Mariah Coltis had a chance at the offensive rebound. Didn't squeeze it. Mariah Coltis listed at 6'1". She is, there's one thing she's kind of got to get down. You can still see kind of growing into that length. Getting kind of the hand-eye coordination stuff and down, and only a freshman, so she's got a few years to improve on squeezing those rebounds. Claire Woods swings it over to DeVries in the left corner. Hallie Miller now has it in the left slot area. We're going to go to work on Piper Janing. Kicks it back out to DeVries. Swung around to Malk, who just recently checked into the game with Claire Woods. Hallie Miller looking to drive. Claire Woods gets to the elbow area, kicks it out to DeVries. Her 3, nothing but net in a bad way. That will be collected by the Wahpeton student section, who head coach of the Breckenridge Cowboys called today, or Jordan Christensen called the Wahpeton student section a rowdy bunch. So, he was referring to when he played too, so he's seen he's got an interesting perspective on it. He's played and now he's been a coach in these games too. Emily Gowan has it poked loose. Ava Janing tracks it down, drives inside, kind of loses her dribble. Kicks it out to the right corner to a wide open Parker Yagi, who is going to knock that one down more often than not. Yagi gives her squad the 36-34 lead. We're almost halfway through this second half. And a border battle that's been so fun, I don't want it to end. Chastity Hansen has also checked in for her first action for the Cowgirls. And last game they had her do the first half and Anna Spear do the second half. So like I said, I don't know if they want to factor in getting Spears shooting, because that's kind of what she brings. Then Hansen, a little bit more of a kind of a pesky defender. Claire Woods' shot is off the mark, rebounded by Yagi. Yagi's on a mission, ripped that away from her own teammate. Emily Gowan gets to Ava Janing in the left corner. Janing puts up a 3 off the mark. Coltis had the board and it got batted out of bounds by Miller. I hope they're just saying that's out of bounds and not a foul. Yeah, they are saying it's a foul. Looked like she just kind of slapped the ball, but once again, officials got a better look at it than I do. She's only got 2 fouls, so If that was like her 4th foul, that would have been a tough break for Wahpeton. Yegi is going to put up another corner 3 on the left side this time, off the mark. And they're just going to let that one go out of bounds. To head coach of the Breckenridge Cowgirls, Tony Bogenreef. A former assistant coach for Brian Watson. He joked on the coaches show a few weeks back that what's the point even playing when Coach Bogenreef already has our whole playbook. Hansen trying to slow down Miller, who gets to the rack and misses the layup. There were a lot of Cowgirls waiting for her there. Yagi tosses it up. They got numbers. Emily Gowan's going to make them pay in transition with a layup. She's got 7 of her 9 points here in the second half, and it is now a 4-point game. Chastity Hansen guarding Hallie Miller. DeVries now has it on the Wildcat logo. Cambria Malk swings it over. Claire Woods. They were looking for her inside, and Parker Yagi swiped in the passing lane and took it away. And now goes up for the layup and drops in for 2 more. She's got 15 on the night, 7 here in the second half. 6-point lead for the Cowgirls. Malk dribbling the ball. Hansen giving her fits. And Breckenridge, wow. Heck of an effort play there. Emily Gowan dove in front of the scorer's table and slapped it down the court to try to keep it in bounds. It eventually did go out of bounds, but a lot of great hustle plays in that one little sequence. So we got a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. Your score, Breckenridge 40, Wahpeton 34. You're listening to the Border Battle on AM 1450 KBMW.
Farmers Union Oil, Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. I would like to let you know about our DEF fluid. Whether you're looking for a 2.5 gallon jug or a 275 gallon tote, we've got you covered. You can also grab it at the pumps at the Southern Valley Travel Center located on the 210 bypass. So whatever your DEF needs are, we're here to help.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
And welcome back to the Blickery Activities Center as the Breckenridge Cowgirls lead here in the first border battle, 40-34 against the Wahpeton Lady Huskies. Amaya Max, after that Heitkamp Construction timeout, gets it to Scout Woods. Woods drives into the painted area. Beautiful kick out to the left corner, but the shot is off the mark. Emily Gowan having a very nice second half. Drives in, right in, and layup on the left side. Drops it in with the finger roll. 8-point lead for the Cowgirls. Another, I once again reiterate, Emily Gowan having a heck of a second half. You know who else is? Parker Yagi racking up the steals. Puts up the right-handed layup and drops it in. These two sophomores, they're fun to watch. 10-point lead. Hallie Miller, another one who's fun to watch. She's a junior, though. Wahpeton's got the loaded junior class. Breckenridge with a very loaded sophomore class. And guess what? Parker Yagi's got another steal. I got her down for at least 5. And we got a foul in transition. And I don't keep steal stats, but I just it's kind of keeping a mental tally of how many times I'm like Yagi with the steal. And I know I've said that at least 4 or 5 times. So they're going to give her a break with 6:14 remaining in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge is now up by 10. They're on a run trying to take control of this game. Piper Janing gets the inbound. Thought about the mid-range shot, gets it to Blofis instead. They got basically a full shot clock to work with. Aaron Blofis is going to put up a 3. Only hits the backboard. Ava Janing gets the rebound, but goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was off of Sydney Roberts. She tried saving it. Blofis is saying, I just had to get that one out of my system. 6:01 remaining. On your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, Ava Janing trying to guard 3 Huskies by herself here. Kind of a zone press that starts in that switches into man. And a nice back cut by DeVries, but the layup does not drop in. It's the second one that she's going to wish she had back. Sydney Roberts, looking for an open teammate, gets it to Blofus. Blofus over to Piper Janing. Janing tries to go back to Blofus, and I got Sienna Fobb for at least 3 steals. So I know she had those back-to-back ones that Gowan kind of tossed to her. 5:21 remaining. Wahpeton's got to get to work offensively. Scott Woods on the bench, so who's going to be the person to step up and put some points on the board? Hallie Miller's a good option. Claire Woods back to DeVries. They're going to go inside to Fobb, stolen away. Emily Gowan looking to push the tempo. Claire Woods there to guard. And one! Emily Gowan with the contact. Drops in the layup on the right side. Now she's going to try to add to it with a free throw. This N1 free throw trip brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, your local State Farm agents in Wahpeton and Breckenridge. That's the first foul on Claire Woods. Sister Scout comes back in for her. Be very surprising if we see her come out of this game again. Emily Gowan misses the free throw. And out of bounds, so Wahpeton will take over. She's got 11 points here in the second half. Had 2 in the first. Once again, battling foul trouble. Max. It's to Hallie Miller. Miller trying to get by Chastity Hansen. Now Max has it. Over to Sienna Fobb. Fobb. Gets it to swing around the perimeter. Hallie Miller now has it in front of her head coach, Brian Watson. Fobb trying to get positioning down low. Hallie Miller, the nice drive inside, and we got another N1. Another N1 free throw trip brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Matt will take care of you in Wahpeton. Amanda will take care of you in Breckenridge. Nice finish there by Hallie Miller. She's been trying to get these layups to drop, and they've been tough contested ones, but does not make the free throw. That's one they needed, as they are now trailing by 10. Parker Yagi kind of lost the handle there a little bit, so now she's got a direct traffic. Dribbles over to the left side. Piper Janing now has it in the left slot. Got a ball screen. Scott Woods guarding. Loftus over to Hansen. Hansen looking to drive. Puts up a right-handed layup, but has a block from behind. Yagi follows it and misses the layup. Scott Woods now out and running in transition. Goes right at Blofus, misses the layup. And there was some contact, but Blofus trying to be conscious of staying straight up, but I can see how Wahpeton was saying that's a lot of contact. Sydney Roberts back into the ball game. And a quiet night for her. She got that nice little start to the second half, but haven't heard much from her since. Parker Yagi looking to get to the cup and does with ease. Yagi with a right-handed layup. Her and Gowan each have 11 here in the second half. She's up to 19 on the game. And that is a game-high 19. Now we got a foul on Breckenridge, who leads by a dozen with 3:29 remaining. They've fallen in the last 3 border battle games to Wahpeton. So I was talking about it with Coach Watson, how when Scott Woods was an 8th grader, they won that, and then 9th grade, 10th grade. And so that's where we speaking of Coach Watson, he just got a pass fired to him from one of his players, and he's not thrilled about it. 3:17 remaining. Still plenty of ball game left to cut into a 12-point lead, but got to get a little more consistency offensively. 3:14 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Gowan with Woods guarding. See if she's going to try to drive by her. It's Minnesota, so there's a shot clock now, but you can still wind down a little bit of that. Gowan Going to drive. Scout moving her feet very well. Gowan trying to change speeds here. Lost the dribble. Lucky it didn't get turned over. And they're going to call a timeout. Head coach Tony Bogenreef wants to get everything settled down. It looks like Sydney Roberts might have pulled her ankle a little bit there, so we'll keep an eye on that. But we'll take a quick break here. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You're listening to the Border Battle on AM 1450 KBMW.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
And we are back at the Blicker Activities Center, and Scott Woods steals the inbound pass and is off to the races. And we got another and one. Scott Woods drops in the layup and the foul. Don't have any of those pretty much the whole game, and all of a sudden we get 3 of them in a row. Big fan. This N1 free throw trip, once again brought to you by State Farm agents, Matt and Amanda Frederick. And I believe Chastity Hansen got banged up on that one. I think she banged the back of her head when her and Woods both jumped for that jump ball. It's more like a football jump ball that I'm going for that terminology, not a basketball one. You know, basketball one's a jump ball gets tied up. Football one, you know, toss it up in the air, see who comes down with it. Free throw off the miss, so the free throw misses. Scott Woods' first free throw miss of the day. But then again, I remember having a 1-for-2 trip. Oh, no, that was Sienna Fopp. Had to double-check my numbers. 10-point game with 2:42 remaining. Breckenridge in the lead. Piper Janing gets it to Emily Gowan, who's had a monster second half here. Emily Gowan tries to do a dribble kick, but Sydney Roberts is able to track it down, but now it's going to be over and back. And right when I was saying that she was having such a good second half, she turns it over. And I don't have the turnover stats, but I don't think Emily Gowan's going to be fired up when she sees those. That might be the blemish on an otherwise solid game. Scott Woods with a tough runner in the lane, off the mark. 10-point game. Breckenridge in the lead. Parker Yagi. We'll see if they're going to try to run some clock or if they're going to try to score ASAP. Yagi lost her dribble, but tracked it down. Gets it over to Gowan, who's still being guarded by Woods. Yagi drives inside and puts it in for 2 more. Parker Yagi up to 21 points. 13 here in the second half. Leah DeVries skips it over to the left side to Max. She goes inside to Woods. Inside out kick to Hallie Miller, and she rattles in a 3. Wahpeton will take a timeout. Full timeout. We'll take a quick one with them. Your score, Breckenridge 50, Wahpeton 41. You're listening to the Border Battle on your voice of the Valley, AM 1450 KBMW.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, Jamie, and Melissa have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Actually, it was a 30-second timeout. That timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. After that Hallie Miller 3, it's a back to single digits. We got a 9-point game. Parker Yagi gets it into Emily Gowan. Jalea Lopez-Lee, who's just checked in for her first action of the game, was guarding. And a foul is called on Leah DeVries. And they actually had made the substitution for Scott Woods, one of the offensive defensive substitutions, and now she'll come back in for Lopez Lee. Second foul on DeVries. And Piper Janing steps into the free throw line with 3 points on the night. And misses the 1-and-1 attempt. Parker Yagi almost tracked it down, but it is Wahpeton ball. 9-point game with 1:21 remaining. DeVries with the ball. Gets it to Max. Max over to Miller. Hallie Miller. Looking to go to work on Roberts. And try to drive it ahead. It's stripped loose, but off of Breckenridge, so Wahpeton will retain possession. 1:09 left to play. Huskies. Got to get something on this possession. They got a wide open three for DeVries in the left corner. Off the mark. Sienna Fobb rebounds it and tries the reverse layup, but it's going to have to settle for a pair of free throws. 1 for 2 on her last trip to the stripe. Only shot 2 free throws. There hasn't been a whole lot of free throws in this game. I mean, Scott Woods was kind of living at the free throw line in the first half. She had 5 off the bat, but since then she's only gotten the 1. There's only been 3 by the Huskies total in the second half. 4 after that Fobb miss. She's now 1 for 3 at the stripe. Jalea Lopez-Lee back into the game. Another defense substitution there. And next free throw is good for Sienna Fobb. Emily Gowan brings it up and is fouled by Lopez-Lee. Talk about a tough assignment. Come in here and get the girl who's been having a really good second half. For your first action of the game. So Scott Woods back into the game. Gowan puts up the free throw and knocks it down. Emily Gowan was 0 for 1 at the stripe leading up to this trip. Gonna try to make it 2 for 2 now on this trip and misses the second one. 1 minute remaining. And a very tough drive inside, but they're going to say it was a charge. I looked like that was going to be an N1, but instead Piper Janing is going to get rewarded for standing in there and taking the hit. 54.9 seconds remaining. They continue the offense-defense substitutions with Woods and Lopez-Lee. Gowan has it tipped away by Lopez-Lee. Cowgirls just got to hang on to the lead for another 52.5 seconds. And they can end their streak of 3 straight border battle losses. Unless Wahpeton can pull off a miracle comeback. Woods into the game for Lopez-Lee. 2 very talented Twin Town basketball teams. And short-handed teams. I'm excited for next year's game when we get some of these girls back who are out with injuries. And it was supposed to be 2 free throws. So they got to bring everybody back together. But think about that. Breckenridge is missing their second best player. Wahpeton's missing maybe their second best player, second or third best player. Taya Luneberg. Also Olivia Hansen out. So there'll be some welcome back faces next year. I'm looking forward to it. I shouldn't wish time away, but I'm already getting ready for next year's border battle. As Piper Janing comes away with the rebound. Parker Yagi with the ball. We're going to see if they're going to foul her, and they do. 10-point lead with 29.2 seconds left. Yagi can add to her 22-point total. 2 more free throws coming. Averaging 22 a night last time I checked. So right around her average right now. Right on her average. And now has gone over it. Yagi is 2 for 4 at the line so far. Make it 2 for 5. Kind of out of character or actually make that 3 for 6. Out of bounds. Now Ava Janing back into the game for Yagi. She gets a great ovation from the crowd. And by the way, it's quite the turnout here for this border battle. Heck of a crowd. As Scout Woods puts 2 more in the scoring column here before it's all said and done. Tipped out of bounds. We're going to say off of Wahpeton. 16.6 seconds remaining. Breckenridge up 53-44. Likely going to try to get it to Gowan. They do. Hallie Miller has to foul. Emily Gowan going to try to add to her point total as well. She's sitting on 14 right now. 12 of them coming here in the second half. Gowan. So far has... as she misses the free throw. Had a forgettable night at the line, that's for sure. She is 1 for 4 at this point. Try to bring that percentage up a little bit here with this free throw. And it will not. 1 for 5. Oh, my apologies, everybody. Actually, got so caught up with my stats, I didn't move the camera over here. But Breckenridge was able to track it down. And now Emily Gowan's going to try to redeem herself after missing those 2 free throws. She got fouled right when she got the ball. 10 seconds remaining in the ball game. And, oh boy, 4 straight misses at the stripe for Emily Gowan. One of the team's top shooters, but she's not at the line today. She says, please stop talking about me missing free throws. I'm going to make 1 at least. Now Emily Gowan gets a good ovation from the crowd. I'm going to tell her they were all cheering because she made that free throw. DeVries gets it up to Max. Now to Allie Miller. They got 1 second remaining, and that will do it. 54-44, your final. Breckenridge Cowgirls snapped the 3-game losing streak in the border battle. And a very fun matchup between these 2 squads, and like I keep saying, pretty much, 90% of these girls are going to be back next year. I mean, we're not going to be seeing Lee DeVries again next year or Amaya Max, but other than that, every single girl you saw on the court tonight, plus a couple other very talented girls are going to be back next year, and, we'll focus on this year, I know, but I'm just saying, I'm pretty excited about next year, as you can't tell. We'll take a quick break, come back with your post-game show brought to you by Miller Realty, and then we're going to pretty much quickly turn around right into the pre-game show after that, but we'll focus on this game first before we get into the boys. You've been listening to the girls' border battle here on AM 1450 KBMW and watching on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Stay winter ready with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Up to $20 in rebates on the purchase and install on a select AC Delco battery. Up to $15 rebate on 3 select AC Delco wiper blades. Up to $10 rebate on the purchase and install of a select AC Delco cabin air filter. And up to a $10 rebate on the purchase and install of a select AC Delco engine air filter. That's up to $55 in rebates. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Online at smithmotors.com.
And welcome to the Miller Realty postgame show here on AM 1450 KBMW. We just got wrapped up with the girls' border battle. 54-44 was the final. Breckenridge Cowgirls snapping their 3-game losing streak to Wahpeton. And we'll run through the scoring for you now. Leading the way for the Huskies. Start off with them. 16 points from Scout Wood. She had 9 in the first half. A bulk of the first half points coming at the stripe. And then in the second half, only shot 1 free throw and then was held to 7 points. So 16 on the night. We've seen her go for 30 before. So she's a heck of a scorer. So holding her to 16, I'm sure Breckenridge is happy with that. 11 points from Hallie Miller, and 7 of those coming in the second half. And then she had obviously 4 in the first half. 6 from Sienna Fobb, despite missing a bulk of the first half in foul trouble. 4 points from Claire Woods, all in the opening half. 3 points from Leah DeVries, and then 2 points apiece from Claire Langenwalter and Amaya Max as well. So that's a look at Wahpeton's scoring. Now we'll jump into Breckenridge's, and they were led by Parker Yegi with 23, 15 of those coming in the second half as her and Emily Gowan took over the game. Emily Gowan got 13 of her points in the second half, so they combined for 28 in the second half, and wow, they actually had all but 4 of the points in the second half, I just realized. That's pretty impressive. Sydney Roberts had 4 points in the second half, and so 3 girls doing all the scoring in the second half. All right, let's get back to it. 15 points from Emily Gowan with 13 of them coming in the second half. 7 points from Sydney Roberts. She had the only other 4 points in the second half and hit a 3 in the opening half to get her 7. 3 from Piper Janning. 3 from Anna Spear. Almost said somebody graduated by accident. I'm getting old. And then 2 points from Erin Blofis and 1 from Ava Janning. So that is how they got their 54 points. And also, I better let you guys know, I told you guys I would tell you about this in between games. They made sure to let everyone know all the money that was raised for this game, with all the T-shirt sales and everything, will be donated to Jared Teely. And has been obviously going through a tough time right now. They actually had a benefit for him in Fox Home today. And a lot of great, a lot of people getting together. That's always the best part of this game, is they're always coming together to, help someone out right now who's going through a tough time. And if I'll just do a quick rundown, I'm just going off of his, the page that I saw on Facebook, because I thought they did a good job of kind of explaining everything. But in 2021, Jared was diagnosed with metastatic melanoma, and it quickly progressed. He was told he had stage 4 melanoma. And that eventually, after 13 months of treatment, he returned to work, despite still being in pain a lot of days. And then on August 28th, 2023, after work, Jared suddenly had a severe headache and lost some of his vision. He went to the local ER, learned he had a massive brain bleed, and life flighted to Fargo, found out he had a small lesion on his brain from the melanoma. Had brain surgery a couple days later, removed the lesion and stopped the bleeding. And since that incident, Jared's vision is still impaired. He's gone through another round of radiation and will forever be required to do immunotherapy every few weeks. So Jared, it's very tough they're going through a tough time right now, so the community obviously is behind him, and, that's what all this is for. We're raising the money. It's a good cause every single year. That's always the best part of the game, which is crazy for me to say because I'm such a, obviously a sports junkie, but it really is the best part of the day. So thank you to everybody who was able to, buy a shirt and, support the Teely family. They're, like I just keep saying, it's the best part of today. So thank you all so much for tuning in. We're going to do a very quick turnaround here. We're going to pretty much wrap up this broadcast and then jump into the boys one right after that. And so we'll do a quick commercial break here before we hop into the boys broadcast. One last time, your final score for the girls, 54-44. Breckenridge snapping the 3-game losing streak. Oh, I can't believe I almost forgot to do the player of the game. My apologies, folks. I'm dropping the ball on a couple of things here. I'm not used to doing these games back-to-back. And my play of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health, would be that first big N1. It was kind of fun to see like that stretch of like 3 N1s in a row between the two teams. But that first one by Emily Gowan, I think, was a really big tone setter for this game. And, you know, I'm tempted to give Emily Gowan Breckenridge's representative for player of the game, but I think that's got to go to Parker Yagi just because she had a great first half to keep the game close. Breckenridge actually trailed by 4 at halftime. A lot of people probably maybe forgot that because they did such a good job of taking control in the second half. Outscored the Huskies 32-18 in the second half. And a big bulk of that, obviously, Parker Yagi with her 15, and then Emily Gowan with her 13. So that's why I'm going to go with Parker Yagi for Breckenridge's representative for player of the game. And then it's hard not to go with Scott Woods. It's hard not to go with Scott Woods every night for player of the game, I'm sure. But Hallie Miller is my honorable mention. I really liked what I saw from her getting to the cup and, kind of slashing and showing off the layup package. So, Hallie Miller is going to be my honorable mention. But Scott Woods helped the team go into halftime up and was getting to the free throw line, was getting some girls in foul trouble, which I said was the key to the game, brought to you by Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Small town friendly, big town deals, by the way. So that is going to be my pick for Wahpeton's representative. I know I picked the 2 players that everyone came in knowing were the 2 people that were kind of the go-to scorers on these teams. So that was kind of a lazy pick, but I think it's hard to pick against them. So Scott Woods and Parker Yagi, congratulations on being named player of the game. Brought to you by Essentia Health once again. We're going to do a quick little wrap-up here with a shout-out to all the sponsors, and then we're going to jump back into it with the boys broadcast. And you can go find that YouTube link as well if you want to watch it on the YouTube channel, or you can just stick around here on AM 1450 KBMW, whatever works best for you. You've been listening to the Border Battle on AM 1450 KBMW, and the boys are coming up next. It's going to be very fun.
Tonight's Border Battle basketball games were brought to you by Bell Bank, Belmore & Sons, Big John's Car Pro, Bremer Bank, Cargill, Jahinka